believe me. So the thing is that we have all, just Google my name, stuff comes up. But the thing is that all of this has led me to a conclusion. What is that conclusion? Freedom's the answer. What's the question? I can always, more freedom's going to make it better. I guarantee it. Okay? Then, freedom good, government bad. Okay? Man, I can definitely go for that one. And the biggest thing that I can, try and impart to young activists is that you need to rely on you, not a collective or somebody else. Because your biggest power is your energy, your ability and willingness to share with other people, the amount of time that you have available. Because when we get older, man, where's my beer? The only reason I'm not sitting back watching football and stuff is because they piss me off. And that was a bad idea. And they keep doing it on a regular basis, so I've learned to turn that into energy. But the thing is that here you have, I'll leave you with this. You have 0% freedom, 100% freedom. Now, where is the centrist? Because they call them moderates and centrists and all this other stuff, right? You want to have, where is the hump? Like this. Well, the Republicans and Democrats are right here. You got the left side of the hump, the right side of the hump, but they're just following the hump. Libertarians need to advocate 100% freedom. You're never going to be more communist than these guys or fascist than these guys. Quit trying to be. It's a Bob Barr thing. We can pull off some. No, you can't. You're not going to offer anything. Because politicians and bad guys, they only understand two things, pleasure and pain. You can't give enough pleasure for these guys. You can't outdo all the hookers that got lined up for them. All right? So, but you can get, I'm the pain, man. Oh, can you feel the pain? So I just, we have, like, John Shattuck does this bailout, he brings that back up. We have signs everywhere he goes, big 4x8 signs that we did, just like we did Ron Paul Revolution stencils. And it says, national socialization of the economy is not fascist when I do it. John S. Shattuck. I said, I'm going to tattoo Nazi on that guy like you. No, don't, we got it out. Shut up. But you think you can stop me? I already made the decision in my head. So the thing is that, so what happens is, where do libertarians go? Are you here or here or here? You go here. Freedom. Because what happens? This is what happens. This does this. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a Republican or Democrat telling them how libertarian they are. Heck, that's most of the reason why we run against them. The reason I ran against John McCain for U.S. Senate is because in Chicago a couple of months before, or month before, he was saying how libertarian he was. Really? I'll show you. So this is what we're doing. We're building a freedom-oriented libertarian culture that the hump is moving this way. And this Ron Paul Revolution showed us how possible it is in a short period of time. So what do? You run over here and try and claim this like Barr did? You're missing the whole point, the whole power of the argument. You have to be here. L. Neil Smith had a good saying that we went by. There's a whole bunch of sayings he has. One of them is this. If you're not at least a little uncomfortable with your position, it isn't radical enough. Take the most extreme position you can. You won't be claiming, you won't be competing for territory mostly with your allies. What he's saying is that if you go over here, who's behind you? Some really hardcore anarchists. That's cool. But so you're over here being no anarchist and everything. Well, you're not competing for territory. When we did the AR-15 raffles and so on, what did the NRA come out with? Oh, we 6-gun and a lever action, Winchester. Ooh, there's freedom for you. Okay. So we do this hardcore thing out there. So we set the standard. You cannot talk on the gun issue to us when we have a thing called SAFE. Second Amendment is for everyone. We have all these things before elections. We'll have the guys come out. You cannot talk to our group unless you can have a color photograph. This is L. Neil Smith's thing, so this worked out really good. You cannot talk unless you have a color photograph of you holding a magazine detachable pistol grip black assault rifle. Click. Okay, now I can talk. And some politicians won't do it. Well, I got this. And he came in, Trent Franks. He comes in with this thing that looks like a 20-gauge shotgun. Well, it has a big bullet slug that's for like, hunting rhino or something, right? He goes, yeah, but look at the bullet that it had. Nope, detachable magazine, pistol grip. That sucks. So now what do? Ever since then, that was like 02, or I think it was 02. From now on, oh yeah, man, 50 caliber, yeah, freedom, because they have to. We set the standard. You need to be worried about moving this hump over here and not worried about who gets credit. You know how much pro-freedom legislation we get introduced and passed in Arizona, and we do this much work for? It's because we set a standard. We'll help them a little bit, a little email thing. Let them do all the work for you. What do I freaking care who gets credit for me being freer? I don't care. But you need to be there to be a threat. You need to cause them pain. Because how many of you have been candidates before? What we know is this. You'll be in forums and so on one election cycle, blah, 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 blah. The next election cycle, all your opposition saying the same thing you did 2 years ago. Why? That's the effect you had. This is the effect we've got to have here. What's the goal? How many minds can you free? And advocating for us, we have to get on a collective top-down mentality in order to have a central plan for freedom is enslaving minds that you could otherwise have used for this. Stop trying to get people on your collective du jour, or whatever it is. The Libertarian Party has to be there to serve people. It has to be there as a resource, not to try and make all the people a resource for the collective. Because heck, you might as well just call it a plantation. So the thing is that, which I think is, the Constitution's a good example. We have the story right now in Freedom's Phoenix is they're doing Bob Schaefer from CBS Face the Nation is chairing or speaking at this thing, a new Constitution Convention they're doing right now. I'm like, well, where'd that come from? They kind of snuck that one in on us, didn't they? So I'm going, whoa, so they just want to put us back. Oh, we're going to be real good constitutionalists now. We promise, pinky swear. Okay? So, quit getting in this collective mindset. Heck, Patrick Henry and Thomas Paine and Jefferson, they thought the Constitution was a big sellout anyway. 4 hours, Patrick Henry's talking to, the state legislature in Virginia, go, man, this thing sucks. That's where the Bill of Rights came from. It's a 10 thou shalt nots of government. Because the Constitution's all about the power, the power, the power, the power, the power. What happens when you have the legislative, executive, and judicial aligned against the individual? You get a free speech zone, that's what happens. So what is the check against them? Well, this social contract that I never signed, I'm going, okay, well, what's the contract? Well, okay, we got this Bill of Rights, they can't do this, and we'll kind of vote and let them have this Washington thing and whatever. Well, their side of the contract, they haven't upheld, so what do I say? The contract's null and void, man. We're done. I'm good. I don't, whatever. I'll operate and sign. I'll be nice and we'll play games with whatever. But I am not under any illusion that the government is going to be held to this contract, because they're not. They're coming after us. They want my kids. Obama's going to do this forced indoctrination, national service DNA sample please crap. Okay, we got we got it called camera fraud, and there was a camerafraud.com. We're kicking ass in Arizona on that. In fact, I just got a call yesterday. We got a bunch of cases. Mark Victor is doing a class action lawsuit against him, civil rights violation on the photo radars, which are surveillance cameras. This is not a flash photo. It's a surveillance stored video. They can go back and track the records on anybody where they went or anything. We're in it, man. It's not like it's coming. Ooh, the police state's going to be here soon. It's here. What are you doing about it? And you cannot have an effective opposition to this kind of thing if you start from the very beginning thinking there's a central plan. It's an individual in temporary voluntary associations with other people. And the people that take parties and put them together and do the work for you and give you access to the ballot and help bring the people that have a service mindset, that give you resources that you normally wouldn't have. Amen, brother. That's exactly what you need to be doing. But don't ever put yourself in a position that is from the top tells people what to do. It needs to be a resource for the people out here, because that's what the Ron Paul Revolution showed us. What did we do? We had RonPaulRevolution.com, and all it was the artwork and how to get material and all that kind of stuff. What you do, don't even care. La, 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 la. And they did it. And the LP doesn't understand it at a national level.